Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're gonna do the detailed review of the Vivo V7 Plus. So similar to other Vivo smartphones, the V7 Plus also is a selfie focused smartphone with a 24 megapixel selfie camera, and this is also another device with the 18:9 aspect ratio, and this is priced 21,999. So in this video we'll talk about all the aspects of this phone and see which is how good the device is for the price of 22,000. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first step, let's have a quick look at the specifications. So it comes with a 6-inch or rather 5.99-inch HD display with an 18:9 aspect ratio. It is powered by the Snapdragon 450 octa-core chipset coupled with 4GB RAM, 64GB storage. It has a 16 megapixel rear camera, front facing 24 megapixel camera, and a 3225 mAh battery along with Android 7.1.2. Now let's have a look at the detailed aspects. So first step, let's have a look at the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see that the Vivo V7 Plus is a quite good looking device with a full vision display or rather 18:9 aspect ratio, and this comes with almost bezel-less design, and you can see that fingerprint scanner has been moved to the rear panel, which is mostly happening in the front panel on most of the Vivo smartphones. So it has a large display, almost 5.99 inch or rather 6 inches, but it doesn't feel like a 6-inch device because it's an 18:9 aspect ratio. And on the design aspect, you could see that the power and volume keys are on the right side. The bottom houses the micro USB charging slot, the speaker, and the 3.5mm audio jack. Top panel does not have any openings or slots, and on the left side we have the SIM tray. Now on the rear panel we have this 16 megapixel shooter, LED flash, the fingerprint scanner, and the Vivo logo. So build quality wise, this is not the best out there because this is the plastic build quality, not the best experience. So for a phone priced at 22,000, it would have been better if Vivo provided a metal build. That's not the case with the Vivo V7 Plus, and the build quality is strictly average. So overall, in terms of the design aspect, while the design is quite decent overall, the build quality is not that great for a phone in this price segment. Now next step, let's talk about the display. So this phone comes with an HD display with an 18:9 aspect ratio and 5.99 inches in screen size. While the display colors are quite good, the resolution of the display is pretty low. For a 6-inch device, it should have been the full HD panel, and Vivo has opted for an HD panel, which is quite disappointing for a phone priced 22,000. So while the display colors and viewing angles are quite good, the HD display is not definitely acceptable at this price segment. Now the touch response feels pretty smooth, and it is a 2.5D glass and comes with Gorilla Glass support, and there is also pre-installed screen guard on this device. Now next step, let's talk about the software. So this phone comes with Android 7.1.2 out of the box with the custom Fun Touch UI, and this is a custom UI from Vivo. And this UI comes with a lot of additional options like Smart Motion, Smart Split Screen, One-Handed UI, Super Screenshot, App Clone is included. You can run 2 instances of the same app, and Smart Click and other options are included. So it's a feature-rich UI, and you can see the notifications and quick toggles are separate. The quick toggles can be opened from swipe of the bottom panel, very similar to iOS implementation. And the notification center does not have any other options other than showing the notifications, and it has multiple home screens devoid of an app drawer, and it does come with quite a lot of tools as well. While the UI does not feel that great, but if you're a person who loves customizations, then the Vivo's Fun Touch OS feels quite good with support for themes, and a lot of customization and additional features are included. But if you're a person who loves stock Android like experience, this is not the device because it comes with multiple home screen devoid of an app drawer. Now next step, the performance. So most of the smartphones above 20,000 price segment come with either Snapdragon 600 series or the 800 series, or even if it is a MediaTek chipset, it comes with really powerful chipsets. Now this phone is powered by a Snapdragon 450 octa-core chipset. This is the first smartphone powering the Snapdragon 450, which is an 8-core Cortex-A53 clocked at 1.8 GHz. Now looking at the Snapdragon 450, you could say that this is slightly below the Snapdragon 625 in terms of the performance, and it is again an 8-core Cortex-A53 chipset. You can see the benchmark score is slightly lower than the Snapdragon 625. So in terms of the performance, it offers a similar experience like the Snapdragon 625, but it is not a chipset which is intended for a phone in this price segment. So for a phone at 22,000 pricing, we would have expected a Snapdragon 625 or even 630, the latest chipset, or even Snapdragon 650 series, the 653 is the latest chipset. That would have been much better on this device. Now talking about the gaming experience of this device, we played heavy graphic rich games. The gaming experience was quite good, no major heating issues, and also the performance was quite satisfactory. While on the whole, the performance of the device was quite satisfactory, the Snapdragon 450 is not a really an Indian chipset for this price segment. So that is the performance aspect of this device. Now this phone comes with a dedicated music chipset, so the music abilities of this device is pretty good, and the call quality and overall speaker performance look pretty good. Now next up, let's talk about the fingerprint scanner. So the fingerprint scanner is mounted on the rear panel, unlike other smartphones with the front facing fingerprint scanner from Vivo, but since this has an 18:9 aspect ratio, Vivo has included it on the rear panel. Now looking at the fingerprint scanner experience, is one of the fastest we have seen in this price segment, extremely fast. With just a touch of the button, it unlocks without any sort of lag. So that's one of the best features of this device, excellent fingerprint scanner experience on the Vivo V7 Plus. Now next up, let's talk about the cameras. So this phone comes with a 24 megapixel front facing camera, and we have a 16 megapixel rear camera on the rear panel, and it has an LED flash as well. Now opening up the camera interface, we also done a detailed camera review of this device. You can also check out that video. So it does come with a lot of additional modes and features, and you can see a lot of tools are included and modes are included. So it's a fast interface and does a good job with the interface. Now looking at the camera samples taken with the rear camera, it was quite satisfactory experience with the rear camera, although it was not the best experience for a phone priced 22,000. It was quite satisfactory experience, but the low light performance was not that great with the Vivo V7 Plus. Now talking about the front facing camera, it is a 24 megapixel capable with a portrait mode, although it does not come with a dual camera setup. It has portrait mode, and it does a good job altogether, and the photos taken with the front facing camera came out really well. So overall, the front facing camera is one of the best we have seen in this price segment. It also has a front facing flash for low light selfies. So if you're a person who loves a lot of selfies, then this is definitely one of the good devices to buy in this price segment. So overall, in terms of the camera performance, the front facing camera was really good, but the rear camera was strictly average. Now next up, the battery performance. So this phone comes with 3220 mAh battery, and the battery performance was quite decent. You could get through 1 day of usage with moderate usage, and the screen on time was around 3 to 4 hours. So that's the maximum we got. So basically, it's a device which provides decent experience overall. Not a really terrific performer like the Snapdragon 625, but does a decent job with the 3200 mAh battery. So now we have talked about almost all aspects of this phone. So how good is the device for a price of 22,000? So looking at the specs and the experience, you definitely say this device is priced way too higher than what it should have been. 22,000 is a really high pricing for an HD display, that too a 6 inches HD display, and it comes with just a Snapdragon 400 series chipset. Although the 450 is slightly lower than the 625 in terms of the performance, we would have expected a better chipset from Vivo at this price point, especially when we have a lot of additional better devices in this price segment, or even cheaper devices like the Xiaomi Mi A1, the Moto G5 S Plus, the Asus Zenfone 3, and a lot of devices are priced below the Vivo V7 Plus in terms of the hardware. But where the Vivo V7 excels is the selfie experience and the 18:9 aspect ratio. So selfie experience is definitely one of the best we have seen in this price segment, and the 18:9 aspect ratio is quite good for a great multimedia experience, although it's just an HD panel. So at 22,000, we would recommend this device only if you are very particular about the selfie experience. Otherwise, you should be looking at better options like the Moto G5 S Plus or even the Lenovo P2, or a lot of other devices are priced in this price segment. So that's all guys with a detailed review of the Vivo V7 Plus. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.